Have you ever noticed how your family and your friends are literally having too much power over your life, and you find yourself stuck or not going anywhere in your life simply because a lot of people are dictating movement around your life? So you can't actually move around, you can't do certain things, you can't even budget properly simply because you have allowed a lot of people to have a say in what you do. And this is blocking you from having your financial goals ticked off. And since we are approaching the festive season, you want to basically tick off every single box that you had created when the year starts, and you want to actually see how far you've come. I need to make a public call to each and every one of you that have been caught in that situation where you allow a lot of people to dictate what you need to do and how you need to do your things. You need to start implementing a plan where you remove yourself from situations, you remove yourself from friendships, and you remove yourself from all the things that are blocking you from reaching your financial goals, because it is so very crucial to be independent and not to rely on anyone when it comes to your finances and your life. Okay, so now we need to start identifying why exactly are we allowing people to dictate our lives. And how we do that is we need to identify why exactly we are so caught in this thing of trying to please a lot of people. It may be friends, family, or even colleagues. And all of that is going to help us try to identify exactly where is the root problem and also how to fix it. Now, what I would suggest you to do is you need to write down all the things that you feel like are a blockage or an issue for you to resolve, right? If you feel like people pleasing is the one thing that you struggle with, you need to write that down. And if you feel like you becoming your own person is also a problem, then you need to write that down, because that will help you eliminate some of the things that are causing a big issue when it comes to your finances, because this is a big problem. If you don't identify it as a problem, then you will never see it as a problem, right? So you need to actually find solutions to this thing, but you can't find solutions without identifying the problem. Now, my biggest problem is people pleasing, and my biggest problem is I do not feel okay if I see someone in my family or a close friend going through a lot and they need help, and I feel like I have the means to help out, and I wouldn't do it. That doesn't help me emotionally. It affects me emotionally, and I wouldn't go the whole day without thinking about that person, because at that moment I feel like what if this person, is going through the most, and I am in a position whereby I can be able to assist them. However, that also creates a huge problem when it comes to them paying me back. If this issue is a financial issue and I have a little bit of money to help out, then I feel like with me and knowing who I am, I'll actually lend out that money, hoping that that person can actually sort out the issue that they have initially. But now that creates a problem when now they have to pay me back that money. So if I feel like I have to chase you around for the money that you borrowed, then this whole relationship or this whole friendship is pointless. So that is a problem. That is me identifying that I have a big problem, and I have to write that down, that this is a problem that I'm having, and I have to find ways or find solutions to help myself to resolve them. Because if I don't do that, then I'm creating this loop that I'm constantly going to go back on and go back on and go back on, and then I realize I don't have any money and I don't have any people to rely on or anyone to trust, because now it's creating an additional problem in my account, whereas I will no longer trust anyone when it comes to money. And you don't need to find yourself there. Sometimes people do need money and they will pay it back, and you find yourself now you can't even borrow people money anymore because people are not reliable. So you need to identify the problems that you do have, and then you find ways to solve them. Oh, that was lovely. Okay, the second thing that you need to do is to identify the people that you feel like are always blocking or hindering or always having a say in your life. Now, this may be a bit tricky for you because some of these people may be very close relatives, friends, and family. Now, if you feel like you can't cut off certain people, then you need to implement a strategy that would actually help you try to reduce the amount of them having a say in your life. Or if you are a bold person, then you can try and just cut off the umbilical cord and get it over with. Just get it over with and start living a life that is based on true friendship and true reliability when it comes to people. And also, this helps you financially, and it also affects you helps you emotionally, because you don't want to have resentment. Like I said, you don't want to have resentment over people. You don't want to hate anyone, and also you don't want to put a lot of strain in your pockets, right? You need to keep the money that you are making, and you need to invest it if you are an investor, and you need to put it towards your future self, right? So like me, the problem that I'm having right now, I'm starting to implement. Recently, I started cutting off a lot of people in my life, simply because I do not have any interactions with them anymore, and some of them have been calling me for favors. And mind you, I'm one person who will never, or maybe I've never yet called anyone for any favor, simply because I like to live my life in a certain way whereby I do not want to bother someone else with my own problems. So I try to plan everything that I do, so that every single thing I plan for all possible outcomes, right? All possible outcomes, I try and plan around that, simply because I do not like to inconvenience another person. It is not fair on them, and it is not fair on me. So I try by all means to make sure that all the people that I feel like are becoming a blockage, and they are becoming too comfortable around the way I live my life, I try to cut them out. So this is very tough, because after cutting them out, or after they ask for favors and then I tell them that I cannot help you, even though I know the kind of person that I am, even if I do have money to help out, after I told them that I can't help them, I feel so what's the word, I feel guilty. I feel like I've done something wrong. So this is something that I'm still working on, but at the end of the day, I'm cutting people off simply because it is putting a lot of strain in my mental health and in my financial well-being. So I do not need anyone right now that is not bringing anything, whether it's emotionally or spiritually. I don't need anyone that is not bringing anything to me. Okay, if I'm not learning anything from you, then I don't need to have any kind of connections with you, because if anything, you are going to be bringing more and more baggage, and I'm trying to eliminate all of that. And let me tell you something, it is not wrong to create new friends that are in the circle that you are in. So if you are a person that is in the finance space, try and find friends or people that are in the same domain that you are in, if for lack of a better word. Okay, find friends that are in the same space that you are in, and that will actually help you, because you guys are basically breathing the same air, you are talking the same language. Okay, and then if you need to, let loose and have fun, you can always go back to the old friends, or that one friend that you know that is not at all in the same space that you're in, but you value their friendship, and you value their opinions, and you value everything that they bring to you. You can always go to that person for your fun activities and all those things. Or even better yet, if you have a partner that you feel like that partner is ticking all the boxes that you need, then you don't need any friends. You just need that one person that ticks every friendship, relationship, best friend, and all those things, and stick to that one person. And you would realize that you are actually eliminating all these other issues that come with all the people that are having a say in your life. If you focus on this one person or that one friend that is bringing you so much joy in your life, then you are eliminating all the other things that are bringing you so much stress and so much drama in your life. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's have an ice cream. Yeah, I talk too much. This thing is melting now. There's a zero. Okay, now the last part about this on this video is the most exciting one. Now you need to start implementing or start acting or start thinking or start doing the things that you want your future self to look back and say, okay, I've done well here. Now you need to start to implement everything that you've always dreamed about. Now that all that baggage is gone, and now that all those things are no longer an issue for you, now you need to start acting and becoming that person. You literally need to start right now, right after you have discovered all those things. For me, it was a YouTube channel. Before I started this YouTube channel, I had a lot of things that I needed to sort out. I was one person who liked to post a lot on WhatsApp, and not on Facebook that much, but mostly on WhatsApp. I used to post about a lot of things, like you name it, anything I used to post. And sometimes here and there I would post about my relationships and all those things. It wasn't until 2 months before I started my YouTube channel, I needed to shut down all of that. I removed my profile picture, I removed a lot of contacts from my account, and I removed all those habits of posting. And then I started manifesting this person that I want to become. You know, I started manifesting all the things that I want to become. I want to see my future self looking back to, right, and say, you know what, you've done well here. So when I started this channel, I started the channel on a clean slate without anything. And also, this is something that is a bit private, but there was someone that I used to stay with, and I had to ask them to like move out, simply because I couldn't start a YouTube channel and talk to you guys like this if they were here, and I wouldn't be comfortable. Okay, so I needed to tell them, you know what, you might have to start looking into, you know, finding another place to stay and doing all those kinds of things, simply because I needed my life to take a certain direction, and that wasn't going to happen if they were here. But anyways, long story short, I then started this channel, and I've been a happier person, I've been a confident person, and I've been this person that has thrived in so many aspects. You know, even at work, I feel lighter. I'm doing my work smoothly, and you know, everything is going so well simply because I initially thought about my life in the next coming 6 months, and then I was like, no, I'm not happy with where I am right now, and I want to be happy each and every single day. So for me to do that, and for me to achieve that happiness or that thing that I'm so looking forward to, I needed to start implementing something. I needed to remove a lot of things and some people, so that I can then become who I want to be, you know. So yeah, even my life has become lighter. My life has become so happy. I've become a very happy person, and you know, I don't know, I feel like this actually helped, you know, and I feel like all the things that were an issue for me, all the things that were blockage for me, you know how sometimes you would create obstacles before you so that you don't do certain things, like you think about an idea but you create certain obstacles so that you don't reach those goals simply because you think people are going to judge you. That's no longer an issue for me. Like I think, and then I do, you know, and then what then comes after. I don't bother myself with that, because what was an issue then is no longer an issue now. I move forward with a happier mindset and a brave set of mentality that says do and then worry about the outcomes, but also think about the outcomes and make good, like understand that this could be a possibility, and be comfortable with that and still move forward. Whatever the outcomes may come, whatever that happens, you have made peace with this is also a possibility that this thing might happen, and then it's fine. I can handle it, and then you move forward. So yeah, start manifesting the person that you want to become. Start that YouTube channel. Start that cooking thing that you want to do. Become that designated driver. You know, go and buy that finance car. Go and Do all those things that you've always wanted to do. You know, go, and it can be as little as, you know, starting a business, shoe polishing business, a car wash, and all those things. Start becoming that person, and you only have you to rely on. You only have you to blame. If you put yourself first, and you put yourself as a backbone to, and you put yourself as your fallback plan, then you have nothing to fear. If you put yourself in a position whereby if it all goes wrong, or if something goes wrong, or things don't work out, God forbid, then you have no one that you have disappointed, because you have formulated this plan around allowing yourself to be your manager, your boss, your employee, and also everything, you know, your director and all those things. So start today. Become that person that you want to be, and stop allowing people to have too much say in your life. I thank you very much for watching this video till this point, and I will see you guys on the next video.